Hello everyone, and thank you for being here. We are on our next lesson with the Workbook, A Course in Miracles, lesson 338. So, the usual thing that I say is the statement is behind me, which we keep in our minds throughout the day. Keep it there as often as you can. The course itself suggests every hour for a couple of minutes, keep reminding yourself. So if you had a clock with a ding, you could always, use that to remind yourself of the lesson, because it not only helps you keep on course, but it also shifts what you're currently, the stream of thought is thinking. Then we have that section, what is the ego, to read through, and I always post the links under this video so the information is there for you. All right, let us get on with our lesson today. So, the key phrase to keep in our minds is I am affected only by my thoughts. It needs but this to let salvation come to all the world. For in this single thought is everyone released at last from fear. Now has he learned that no one frightens him and nothing can endanger him. He has no enemies and he is safe from all eternal things. His thoughts can frighten him, but since these thoughts belong to him alone, he has the power to change them and exchange each fear thought for a happy thought of love. He crucified himself, yet God has planned that his beloved son or daughter will be redeemed. Your plan is sure, my Father, only yours. All other plans will fail, and I will have thoughts that will frighten me until I learn that you have given me the only thought that leads me to salvation. Mine alone will fail and lead me nowhere, but the thought you gave me promises to lead me home, because it holds your promise to your son and daughter. So I am affected only by my thoughts. Oh yes, we definitely are. And it's funny because I've just been looking at something today about feelings and how feelings we should not follow. And I agree with that because feelings are coming from thoughts. So if you're constantly following that stream of thoughts, which changes throughout the day, it's a constant stream, you're constantly like on a roller coaster, because one minute you're happy, the next minute you're sad, the next minute something's frustrating you, the next minute it's just a constant. So then how do you tell from your feelings to that intuition, that deeper knowing? That is coming from a higher place, because you know you're in that space when you are just calm. There's no up and downness, there's no uncertainty. It is a solid, stable truth. You know without a shadow of a doubt that that is true for you. That is the truth. That's what we're following when we're following something deep in the heart. It's not what we see in the ego world that looks at love, and because love in this world is very up and down. One minute you can love somebody, the next minute you're getting divorced. It's like there's all of these such change. That is not love in what the Course describes as love, and our thinking, our thoughts cause us so much harm. So, as it says, the statement, I am affected only by my thoughts. You are. So realize that if you can master your thoughts, you've mastered the world, because you've got to step back. That's the thing. We're so entrenched and trained into this way of living by following the thinking mind. We're following it constantly. We wake up, it tells us straight away, it's on. Right, okay, I'm tired, I'm this, or whatever, it'll describe something, or, you'll be going through your day, you might make a mistake, so it could judge you on that. Oh, look at that, you've done it again, blah, 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 blah. Or it could boost you up and make, oh, aren't you fantastic, you're the best thing, you're the bee's knees, and on it could go. So it can either inflate you or deflate you. Whereas the truth keeps you in this stable, just balance. There's no up and downness. It's just solid. There's a solid knowingness, and only it comes from something beyond the mind. And there's no way of putting it into words, because words are basically in that thought process up there. When we're thinking, it's through words, isn't it? Language. I wonder how we were before we actually had language, before we knew how to speak the spoken word, how we actually were in the world. I mean, a lot of us think we were like, like kind of apey kind of things, but who really knows, Who really knows? You've got to sort of just live in the now, be in the present moment, and stay in that present as much as possible, out of the mind. Because you're not present when you're in your mind. You're not. You're either in the past or the future, and it's that line of thinking that is constantly wiring up or it's wiring down. It's back there, which is your past, or it's way ahead here, which is your future. Whereas the present moment's always solid. It's one. You're coming together in this one present way of being. That's where the light is. That's where the knowingness is. You know, you don't know anything beyond that. You just know where you are right now, that all is well, all is taken care for. And then when something comes in your life to deal with it in that moment, you know, when it comes to you. Don't try and force an outcome that you don't maybe have all the information present at the moment to make a decision. So try your best to stay in the moment, to stay out of that thinking mind, because they are the things that affect you. That affect you in very different ways. There's no stability. You're like walking on a tightrope, constantly like, whoa, this is how we are living, and we're keeping busy and just avoiding that we're constantly on this stream of thoughts. So if we can get out of the thoughts today and we can become more conscious of being present, like focus on something like that you see and bring yourself to that moment. Don't label it, because that's another thing that will take you off on a stream. Oh, that's a thought, blah, 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 blah. And then before you know it, you're in the thinking thought mind. We want to stay present to sort of using your senses. They can bring you present by the smell, the sounds, everything, sort of being very alert. The alertness brings you into the present moment, being alert of everything, like a curious and excited being, you know, that this second, every second that keeps moving is a new second. You don't know what's going to come, and it's an exciting, and it comes from a beautiful place when you stay in that place, rather than the projected mind that wants to take you off into something that it's making up a story with. All you know is now. So stay in the now. And that's what we need to do today. Stay in the now as often as possible, because our thoughts realize that they are the thing that are affecting you in different ways. So keep them reined in a way where your thoughts are flowing. Not so much reining them in, I should say, just letting them flow, not getting on sort of the roller coaster ride with them. It's like they are moving up like this, and you're either going to jump on with them and go on that ride, or you step off the car, just watch them go by, and stay in that stable, peace, grounded place. Okay, I hope you have that harmonious day today, because that's what we're wished with this lesson, and that's what you are wished to. Take care, have fun, and keep smiling. Bye.